This is a 2008 SharkWerks Porsche 911 GT2 in Carrera white with orange accents over black tartan. It has an 800 horsepower twin-turbo 3.6-liter engine driving the rear wheels, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and is rev-limited to 204 miles an hour. It was the first Porsche to feature launch control, and with its variable geometry turbos, was also the first road car to build full boost in neutral. Only 185 of these GT2s were sold in the USA in 2008, primarily because only 185 people ordered them. Still, it's exceptionally rare, which means that SharkWerks has gone through an awful lot of trouble to modify a car that basically has no market. Even with its standard engine, this car is known for being hairy to drive, so exactly what it needed was 40% more horsepower.
Good morning.
Magnus, Farah.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Fancy a coffee this morning?
I'm all about coffee.
All right, let's do it. I'll be there in 5.
Sounds good.
My guest this week is Magnus Walker. If you know Porsches, you can't miss this guy. His downtown warehouse is full of classic air-cooled 911s, and it's the stuff of dreams. But his story is even better. He's also responsible for the cosmetic touches to this particular 911. I'm Matt Farah, and this is Drive Hosts in Overpowered Sports Cars Getting Coffee. While Magnus brushed his hair, I took a walk through the collection of air-cooled goodies. One of each 911, 1966 through 73. Early Carrera turbos, including a rare right-hand drive version. Some cars original, some cars with Magnus's signature outlaw touches. And of course, the famous 277 car, well worn and shod in Hoosier slicks. Today, this is a big dollar collection, but as Magnus would tell you, he bought them when they were cheap. A solid investment, I'd say. Car looks good from the back.
Looks great from all angles. It's one of those cars that I wish it was mine, actually. But, you know, it's like I say, I'm down with OPP, so how bad can it be, right?
I'm a huge fan of other people's cars.
Yeah, there you go. Other people's
Make
Porsches.
A living on it, in fact. All right. Oh,
yeah, the only thing I'd change here is the yellow seatbelts. I see we got the coffee. So
I got you covered. I moved to LA 5 years ago, and in just that time, all of a sudden, this is the place to be.
It's like the new Venice, the new culture.
Yeah. Did I hear that you started by selling clothes on Venice Beach?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I wonder how many success stories there are out of selling shit.
Quite a lot out of Venice.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Was it always cars? Because like I know people who sacrificed other things. Like Adam Carolla became a comic because he couldn't afford cars doing carpentry.
But you know, as a kid, I didn't even have a driver's license in England. Couldn't afford a car, you know, public transport was 5 pence to go anywhere on the bus. So I got my driver's license here in LA.
What car did you
First
take
car?
your driving test in?
I'd bought a Toyota Corolla 2TC 1977. I paid $200 for it.
That's awesome.
And then my second car was a Saab Turbo. And then my third car was a Porsche, which I bought in 1992.
Do you still have it?
No, I sold it like in 99, and I'm thinking of trying to search it back. The second one I ever bought is what became 277.
Oh, really?
So I bought that at the Pomona Swap Meet in 1999. That was the second
You bought it at the Pomona Swap Meet?
I bought so many cars there. You know, at one time we weren't purely Porsche. We had a GT350 Mustang R replica, 67 E-Type Jag. Then we had a 73 Lotus Europa twin cam, 79
How was the
308.
Europa?
I loved it. It was like a little go-kart, but nobody saw you. Like, you'd be driving next to that guy under his mitt, never see you. Never see you. And the Lotus Europa story is great. This is pre-internet, bought it in the 90s. Remember, you'd always get the sports car trader on a Thursday, couldn't wait to get it.
Yeah.
So this car had been for sale a couple of weeks. It was $700-800. Some guy was in Walnut Creek. So he said, you know what, I'm driving down to LA next week to see my cousin or something. He said, I'll bring the car. So I said to him, if it makes it, I'll buy it.
All right, let's see what this power has. 3,000, 4,000. Okay.
Now you feel it, right? Now you see what I'm talking about.
That is another world of madness.
That's another league of power there.
what goes down above 4,000
Oh,
RPM,
it's explosive.
that's power.
You gotta keep your foot planted in third. See, there's, you know what
Is
you
that
got
traction
there?
control?
Spin, yeah. If traction's
Okay.
on, it's cutting power.
So-
the fine line, if traction's off, you're just spinning. Now, drop into third and do that again. Now go.
Whoa, doctor!
Don't shift. Don't shift.
Jesus.
So what was that? Almost?
That was
Yeah. No drama, right?
crazy, crazy.
Yes,
Now I can't wait till we get up there.
It's explosive.
I find, I don't want to be the guy that kisses Porsche's ass like this, but I find that Porsche horsepower, especially in these 997s, it feels completely different. You get an 800 horsepower Mustang or Camaro versus this, and this, it feels like there's less drivetrain loss or something.
It's instant.
Crazy, crazy.
With this much power on tap, it would be wasted on a cruise and a conversation. Upon arriving at an appropriate stretch of road, I ejected my passenger and applied some throttle.
When I drove the SharkWerks 4.1 GT3 RS, I commented that it was the best car I've ever driven, and that sentiment holds pretty much true. It was the feel of a GT3, but with the torque of a turbo, and who wouldn't want that? This is another animal entirely. Okay. This is a GT2. Which is like a turbo, except it's rear-wheel drive only. And SharkWerks, being mental, have figured that it's wise to crank this bitch up to 800 horsepower. So the question is, can you drive it without dying? It is possible that I have finally found too much car.
On the power side, I work with Evo MS in Arizona. They have larger turbos, they have better flowing intercoolers, they have handmade headers. We use our exhaust and high flow caps to make it sound better, breathe better, spool up quicker. We use Champion Motorsport wheels that are a lot lighter. You know, you have to be a little mental to want to buy a GT2, I think. And then, you know, if you've had the car a while, you probably still won't go, I need more power. That's not the first thing that pops in your head, but it does for a few people.
You cannot go full throttle anywhere but a wide open road in like fourth gear. It's too much power, it's too much torque. It comes on around 4,000 RPM, and then it does not stop until the 7,000 RPM red line. Jesus. It's so fast, but how does it drive? Okay, well, the steering, typically Porsche brilliant. It's very light, but it loads up nicely in the corner, very progressive. Really easy to place the car. The brakes are ceramic and they are strongly effective, although when I'm driving like this on a bumpy road, the traction control is cutting in a lot, and that uses the rear brakes. So if you don't cool down your brakes after a run like this, you're gonna get them smoking.
This fits along the same lines of the GT3s and RSs in that it's a stick shift. Right now, if you go on Porsche's website, you cannot even buy a turbo car with a stick shift. It's all PDK. And even the GT3 is PDK now. So if you want a dangerous, manual, 3-pedal car, the GT2 is great.
Look at that. Third gear, 75 miles an hour, and traction controls controlling the wheel spin. It's just unreal. You're not gonna lose this car at 35 or 40 miles an hour. You're gonna lose it at 100.
Because of the 911's lightweight and apparent lack of drivetrain loss, every bit of extra power becomes all that much more evident. And this car is right on the edge of where a sane person, even one with a lot of driving ability, would say stop. You can get used to anything with enough seat time, but SharkWerks has actually provided us with a car that, frankly, is too fast for our own tastes. As a demonstration of what's possible on the GT2 platform, this car is a huge win, even if it doesn't have a real purpose outside of runway racing. But if I were searching for the perfect porker, I'd still call Sharky, but I'd ask for the GT3 RS 4.1. It just doesn't get any better than that.
There's not enough road. Where is there enough road to drive this?
I couldn't read rally stage notes fast enough.
Yeah. Imagine if you had a co-driver reading pace notes, he would have to be like Twista.